to Autoimmune Table Talk, and I'm Maggie Yu, MD, functional and holistic medicine physician and owner of Transform Autoimmune. Today, we are having an Autoimmune Table Talk, and the hot topic this week is all about sugar-free, and really, I want to talk about why sugar-free is dumb. Why is sugar-free dumb? I know that's a insightful topic, I'm sure, and statement, but it is a hot topic, and it's a hot topic in chronic disease and autoimmunity, and I want to just kind of talk through some of this, okay? We asked on Monday, and for those of you that haven't watched last week's Autoimmune Table Talk, it was a heavier, much heavier topic on the role of trauma and autoimmunity. Thank you for all your feedback on that. That Autoimmune Table Talk is now live on our Facebook page. If you want to go ahead and hop on the page and share that video with anyone else that's outside the group, that's great. For those of you that are watching right now, if you're watching from YouTube or IG in a replay, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell in YouTube as well, or join our Facebook group so that it's live for you guys every Thursday on our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. So today we are going to talk about why sugar-free is dumb. And to me, I think it really misses a lot of marks to focus on sugar-free, but we're going to talk about that. I asked the group, post your favorite sugar-free foods. We had some interesting answers. Amy and Janice both thought the fat bombs, which is a recipe in my recipe book in our program, are fat bombs. I even have a video demonstration of me making our fat bombs. They said fat bombs are their favorite. Thank you very much. I love them too. Someone said watermelon, brown rice, bean bowls, almond butter brownies with carob, sugar-free Cool Whip. That's an interesting one, right? Oatmeal with organic honey, bananas. Anel says steak, bacon, eggs, pork tenderloin, pork butt, pork shoulder. It sounds like there ain't anything not pork that Anel loves. And she says hashtag keto for life and keto queen. Okay, so there is quite a, and Alana, who's new to our group, has commented that I think you have to be careful of sugar-free products. Often the sugar substitute is chemicals, which can't be good for anyone. Okay, Alana, newbie to our group. This is a very interesting topic, and this is why it's a hot topic of great ire for me, and I am all riled up. So we're going to talk about the role of sugar and why sugar-free is dumb. Well, okay, we know sugar's in a lot of ways sucks for many reasons, right? There's a lot of reasons and a lot of research around why we should decrease and limit sugar in our lives, okay? So there's no arguing with that. But the question is that the focus then becomes for a lot of people is, oh, then it's all about being sugar-free. And I think it misses the mark on many different points. Those of you who are in the Facebook group, IG or YouTube, comment in the comment section below. What do you think the role of sugar has been in triggering disease for you, or what your notices are? And feel free to also list what you think is one of your favorite sugar-free foods in the comment section, okay? I love to talk with you. I don't like to talk at you, so it'd be great if you could give me some feedback on that, all right? So from my standpoint, the emphasis on sugar-free really kind of sucks because what the labeling, it's the way we label stuff, right? I think there's one aspect of this, which is, well, some people will then focus on foods that say they're sugar-free. And there's a lot of problems with food labeling in that for me. And it's something I teach in our program, Transform Autoimmune. And this is, and I teach in our Facebook group as well, which is that the labeling laws and the way things are labeled has really given to the rise of a lot of what I call frankenfoods. So Alana's right in terms of there's a lot of chemicals that we're using to substitute for sugar so that we can label something sugar-free. So a lot of sugar-free foods are actually laden with a lot of chemicals and a lot of fake sugar. And we already know now that a lot of these sugar-free substitutes are nothing but toxic chemicals. So look at aspartame, look at saccharin, we're just talking about sugar-free stuff alone. Those chemical substitutes are known to cause cancer, are known, and data actually shows the very thing we're trying to prevent, for example, diabetics being low sugar and then using sugar-free substitutes to decrease the downstream effects for diabetics, right? But not just diabetics now. We know that it can trigger sugar, and insulin resistance can actually trigger all sorts of autoimmune and inflammation problems. But what studies have actually shown is these fake sugars, chemicals and toxins we've been using to give us that taste of sugar actually induce the very disease states like cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer states, all these inflammatory downstream cardiovascular disease. They actually cause them. So yeah, you're buying a product that's sugar-free, that's laden with toxic chemicals, actually causing those very diseases and disease states you're trying to prevent. So this whole focus on sugar-free foods kind of suck, right? Because of that. But there's another reason why I think sugar-free is dumb, because here's another mislabeling problem. I recently, everybody's in the hard cider crazes, not hard cider, hard seltzer craze, because, labeled right on the bottle of the hard seltzer, it says, or can, it says, no added sugars. No added sugars. Does that mean hard seltzers are actually just alcoholic water? And trust me, I myself have fallen in this trap, and other people have, thinking, well, it's hard seltzer, so, and this is no added sugar, so pretty much it's a pass, right? It's kind of like water with a little bit of alcohol. Wrong. Because what happens is that if you actually, recently I did this in our program, and I actually talked to someone in our program about this, which was it's 100 calories in a can of hard seltzer. And where's that calorie coming from? Because there's no added sugar. Well, alcohol has calories. It is not calorie free. It is not flavored water. It's actually 100 calories. Can of Coke, I think it's about 140 calories. Can of hard seltzer, 100 calories. It's not even that different. So you think you're drinking flavored water, and what you're drinking is very similar caloric-wise to a Coke. And on top of it, yeah, it has no added sugar, but there's actually quite a bit. The calories are coming from alcohol. Alcohol content has calories and has health effects. Okay, so what you're actually doing is that the alcohol itself is actually disrupting and damaging your gut lining and your gut cells, and is crazy also disrupting the bacteria, the balance between the good and bacteria in your gut. So does hard seltzer, is it just flavored water? Hey, there's no added sugar. The answer is it's actually laden with things that can really alter your gut flora. And here's the thing, you got to think about your gut and your gut biome as what sets the inflammation tone in your entire body. So if you're messing with it by doing sugar-free toxic chemicals, sugar-free toxins, or you're doing it by alcohol flavored water, it ain't just water and then there's no added sugar, but you're messing up your gut biome huge, therefore affecting the inflammation tone in your entire body and feeding autoimmune disease or any chronic disease. Is this making sense? Does this resonate with any of you? I'm going to take a quick look. Any comments? Okay. Right now live, Joel says, hey, hi. Greg thinks that sugar triggers autoimmunity. Good. Comments. Awesome. Loving these comments. All right. So there's the whole rise of the frankenfoods. And I haven't even gotten into more depth with this. Someone mentioned Cool Whip. So I think it's interesting is that we think Cool Whip is just whipped cream. How many of you think that? Did you know up until recently, Cool Whip didn't even contain dairy? Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of chemicals that are used to make Cool Whip, many of which are toxic and actually known to cause cancer. There's also synthetic waxes that are in Cool Whip. So I'm not singling out that particular product, but what I want to say is that when you have all these fat-free products or convenience products, they may not even contain any dairy. And I know Cool Whip recently has contained some dairy in it, but then now we're getting into the sugar-free Cool Whip, and then there's going to be added toxins in there, toxic fake sugars and stuff in there. And how many of you guys remember Olean, the fake fat that was known to cause rectal seepage? Yeah, who wants rectal seepage? Yeah, I just said that, rectal seepage. That was from Olean, which was a fake fat. So I'm really not for all these frankenfoods that are happening. But the biggest point here I want to point out is there's a much bigger picture to how we should be approaching health and sugar. And for me, sugar, people think sugar and carbs are the same thing. And yes, sugar contains carbs, but there are healthy carbohydrates. There are many healthy carbohydrates. Natural sugar from plant fiber and vegetables. Is that good for you? Is it necessary? And the answer to all that is yes, it is. for a lot of people think that you should eliminate all carbohydrates, and that being sugar-free or low sugar means you eliminate all carbohydrates. And I'm gonna say that's dead wrong in a lot of ways, because we're missing the boat here. Because healthy carbohydrates in terms of leafy green vegetables and some low glycemic fruits contain chock full what we call phytonutrients. Eating a diverse amount of fruits and vegetables of every different color of the rainbow provides incredibly dense, nutrient-rich fuel for your gut bacteria and for your body. And so the emphasis isn't about sugar-free or cutting that out. It's about how can we eat a very rich, diverse diet with all colors of the rainbow that really actually is an antioxidant, anti-cancer powerhouse, and that your gut and tummy and all the microbes in your gut loves. That is the focus. However, how do you do that when you have autoimmunity or chronic disease and you're reacting to all sorts of food? And that's where food mapping comes in. We need data for that. So that's a huge part of our program is food mapping, where we actually use your own blood to actually use testing to show you exactly what foods you're sensitive to. Okay, so food sensitivities are really important. What foods are healthy that could be triggering your autoimmune disease? So it's not just about blood sugar. Like in our program, I call it blood sugar mastery. You gotta figure out how to actually balance your blood sugar throughout the day, the entire day, eating incredibly healthy, colorful foods, including some complex carbohydrates that you don't have food sensitivities to. Key point. This is why it's blood sugar mastery and food mapping are actually two pillars of our Transform Autoimmune program. And they are not a simple answer of just, oh, go sugar-free or cut out all sugar. It's a much bigger picture of how do we increase the nutrient density, the diversity, the flavor, and the specificity of data to know exactly what healthy foods you should be eating. So I love blowing this whole myth out of the water about how it's just all about sugar-free. And there's a lot of problems with just the focus being on about sugar or being sugar-free with frankenfoods, with also the emphasis being low carbohydrate. Meanwhile, tons of wonderful carbohydrates are out there in phytonutrient-rich foods of all colors of the rainbow. Was this helpful for you guys? So this is why I think the focus on sugar-free is dumb, but it's really a much more complex topic of what kind of diet really brings wellness, what kind of diet and foods really heals your body, right? And it's not about replacing with a whole bunch of toxins or really limiting a whole group called carbohydrates, because there's a lot of goodness there. I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who are watching this outside the our Facebook group, please join our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally, to learn more about me and our program and our 5 pillars to transforming autoimmune disease. We also have a hormone balancing program called My Hormone Masterclass, which is all about food as well, and about all the natural and lifestyle things that you can do to balance your hormones naturally as well. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone, and have a great day. And just looking at Facebook here. Ooh, Emily's giving me a at face. Thank you, Emily. Okay, just looking through some of these comments here on Facebook. Yeah, Margaret says, I had orange, yellow, green, and purple at dinner. Oh, I love that alumni in our program. Thank you so much for all the colors. And all right, everybody, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed Autoimmune Table Talk. Thank you for playing full out, everybody. And in a couple days, this will be also replayed into our IG channel, our YouTube channel, and on our Facebook page. That's when you can share this. If you found this helpful, please feel free to give me a thumbs up and follow. If you know somebody in your life that could benefit from hearing this and other autoimmune table talks, feel free when it goes live in IG and YouTube to actually add those people to the comment section. Sharing is caring. They may not listen to you, but they may listen to me, everybody. Have a great day, everyone.